My name is Robert Williams, and I serve as the Executive Director of the New York State Gaming Commission. Thank you for the opportunity to address this conference. Since I last had the opportunity to address this group, New York's gaming landscape has shifted. The Commission has also shifted as well to strengthen the state's commitment to provide the public with the information they need to make informed decisions about their gaming options and how to access help should they need it. I am certain that everyone has heard about the introduction of mobile sports wagering. Quite frankly, anyone near a television or radio during the month of January was certainly barraged by advertising. Media accounts have discussed the skyrocketing increase in the number of calls to the New York Hope Line since the introduction of mobile sports wagering. The Commission has played a role in this, as every single advertisement for sports wagering is required by regulation to include problem gambling messaging and the Hope Line number. The unprecedented advertising by mobile sports wagering companies has resulted in unprecedented exposure for the Hope Line, and I'm pleased that people are using it. But mobile sports wagering was not the lone change or addition in gambling this past year. New wagering types have been added to horse racing. A rule has been proposed that will enable select charitable gaming organizations to conduct online raffles. The Division of the Lottery adds and markets new instant lottery games virtually every 6 weeks and has added an additional daily draw for Take 5. And, pursuant to statute, the Commission conducted a request for information to gauge interest in downstate commercial casino development. This year, the landscape continues to change. The governor's executive budget formalized a process to award the remaining 3 commercial casino licenses, and a video lottery gaming facility is coming this fall to Orange County when Resorts World Newburgh opens. These changes to the gaming landscape are sometimes due to legislative action, some are planned by our commission or our licensees, but all require substantial technological planning, development of consumer education programs, and necessitate working with stakeholders to arrive at mutually agreeable efforts to incorporate responsible gaming best practices into each new venture. And that's where I'd like to focus my remarks today, on the Commission's efforts to infuse responsible gaming into day-to-day operations. Everything starts with the Responsible Play Partnership. The Responsible Play Partnership was formed, in part, to ensure that the New York Council on Problem Gambling has direct and continuing access to Commission and OASIS leadership. We value the close working relationship that we, as the state's gaming regulator, or in the case of the lottery, the operator, have developed with New York's Office of Addiction Services and Supports and the New York Council on Problem Gambling. The Commission is committed to addressing issues surrounding problem gambling. For us, this includes the constant advancement of our responsible play, responsible gifting, and responsible sales programs, as well as the continuing evaluation of our self-exclusion policies and development of the best ways to advance New York's long-term commitment to raise consciousness and provide access to problem gambling treatment providers. We have participated in these successes. When commercial casino development was considered, the Commission worked with the legislative process to ensure a dedicated problem gambling funding stream was included. That stream has generated $13.9 million in device fees and over $1 million in assessed fines so far. All of this is used by OASIS to enhance prevention and treatment programming, which includes messaging regarding responsible play. When mobile sports wagering was being developed last year, we were proud to be part of the team that ensured problem gambling was specifically addressed. In fact, during the first year of operation, the law requires 1% of the state's tax collected from mobile sports wagering be dedicated to programs to assist problem gamblers. In subsequent years, the law requires New York set aside $6 million towards funding problem gambling programs. While these monies are important, it is the institutional mindset, the drive for continuous improvement, and the interagency collaboration that occurs each day between individuals and teams at the Commission and in the offices of our responsible play colleagues that move us forward. So what does the Commission do? Well, we have continued to incorporate responsible gaming into our daily operations and across all divisions, developing and following a year-round plan to disseminate responsible gaming messaging to consumers and business owners, managers, and clerks. We have just rebranded our age verification materials in an effort to raise their visibility and importance, and to educate consumers and staff at our licensed lottery sales agents, video lottery gaming facilities, racetracks, and off-track betting corporations of the law. We have also maintained our commitment to Problem Gambling Awareness Month, Responsible Gaming Education Week, and Gambling Disorder Screening Day. We have moved internal attention from seasonal campaigns to a year-round strategy of raising awareness. For instance, for years, the New York Lottery actively participated in the National Council on Problem Gambling's Holiday Gift Responsibly campaigns. We have not only created and produced television, radio, and digital media public service announcements, but we have ensured that they are placed in well-trafficked media to spread the messaging. I'm certain you have all seen our spots. We have expanded beyond the seasonal approach to a year-round campaign. Before I walk through this past year's materials, I'd like to thank the television stations and radio stations statewide that offer our spots free of charge as a public service. And I want to note our media partner, Universal McCann, places these announcements pro bono. Development costs aside, the messaging alone has a significant fair market value. The Gift Responsibly campaign ran from December 2020 through January 2021. Overall, there were 7,700 spots providing over 74 million impressions. The media value of these placements was over $950,000. The Falls Into Place campaign was conducted February 2021 through March 2021. Overall, there were over 7,100 spots providing nearly 60 million impressions. The media value of these placements was over $620,000. In April 2021 through the end of May 2021, the Keep Your Game Grounded campaign saw over 4,600 spots, creating 38 million impressions. The media value of these placements was over $380,000. We ran the Fact versus Myth campaign from mid-July through early September 2021. This campaign had 4,000 spots and 26.5 million impressions, with a media value of $650,000. The 2021 Responsible Gifting campaign was conducted from mid-October through the end of the year. This campaign saw over 9,000 spots providing 140 million impressions and had a media placement value of over $370,000. Finally, our most recent Responsible Play public service announcement is presently ongoing. This campaign, which commenced at the end of January, has 9,800 spots providing nearly 2 million impressions and has a media placement value of nearly $2 million. I understand that our efforts cannot directly prevent, treat, or monitor a person's problem gambling behavior, but these impressions reduce the need for expenditures by the New York Council on Problem Gambling, or OASIS, and frees funding for those worthy endeavors. As we have previously mentioned, Commission staff have been working on sharpening a focus on underage gambling, and this past year realized a rebranding of our identification materials with an 18+ ID required campaign to educate retailers and consumers about the law. While some video lottery gaming facilities and commercial casinos have requested the new 18+ materials, to help keep underage patrons out of their respective facilities, we have in large measure aimed our age verification efforts at educating New York lottery retailers on the importance of age verification. To support this initiative, we have developed mandatory modules to make it clear that our licensees are responsible for verifying the age of their customers prior to making a sale or accepting a wager, and to ensure that each understands the important role that they play in interdiction. At the conclusion of the current education period, we plan to work with our Responsible Play Partnership colleagues to execute a compliance campaign to reinforce the message that gambling in any form is synonymous with age verification. For Problem Gambling Awareness Month, we are highlighting the collaboration between OASIS, the Council, and the Commission that led to the development and rollout of the nation's first quick response code, otherwise known as a QR code, for use in problem gambling spaces. This development was in response to problem gambling professionals who advised that the quicker an interested party can be connected with specially trained clinicians, the more likely they will be receptive to receiving beneficial problem gambling treatment information. The code, as seen in this Responsible Play poster, is at all gaming lottery locations throughout the state. The QR code is also used on the Commission's request for statewide voluntary self-exclusion, putting it directly in the hands of somebody who may be in crisis and giving them the means to connect with help on the spot. As for Problem Gambling Awareness Month, the Commission will continue our in-house efforts to bring attention to the public health organizations, advocacy groups, and gambling operators who make prevention, treatment, and recovery information services. These initiatives include special messaging on all draw game tickets, custom electronic messages at retail locations, and through social media posts on the lottery's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. The Commission's gaming and horse racing divisions participate through a Problem Gambling Awareness Poster Month initiative, ensuring that each of our licensed facilities are raising awareness through high visibility placement. But as one of our colleagues at OASIS is fond of saying, promotion without action is just advertising. With that in mind, Commission staff plan to conduct a series of in-person events to help build public awareness of problem gambling and the availability of prevention, treatment, and recovery services. These events will include hosting a gambling disorder screening day to identify individuals who seek assessment of their gambling behavior, taking part in an Introduction to Mobile Sports Wagering webinar on March 29th, which is hosted by OASIS, completing a What is Responsible Gaming informational tour of New York's video lottery, gaming, and commercial casino venues that was started in 2020 but cut short due to the onset of the pandemic. In April through May, lottery marketing will focus on rebranding in action, pushing retailers talking points and incentives they need to undertake an active role in helping their customers make informed decisions about gifting lottery tickets year-round. In July through August, the Commission will increase visibility at premier events around the state, including the Meet at the Saratoga Racecourse and at state and county fairs. In September through October, the Commission will focus efforts to promote age verification via the new 18+ campaign, which I previously referenced, in conjunction with new staff training and a statewide public service announcement campaign. In conclusion, the Commission recognizes the importance of addressing problem gambling and the work of the New York Council on Problem Gambling and its affiliates. I appreciate the Council for inviting me to speak, and I thank you all for your attentions.